All right, we'll be with you throughout today's game and certainly back at halftime, getting you set for the rest of our games on tap. A 10-game Sunday starts with a matinee at Staples Center. It's the 2-0 Clippers against the 0-2 Mavs, and you're watching it live on NBA.
Continues to go on.
Is it just me, or does Paul George seem to be...
We have only trailed, truth be told, for a few possessions. Richardson chased by George, gets tangled up with Powell, but no call. Make it Finney-Smith, beg your pardon. He steps behind the line and cans a three. Heroes for Dallas.
It is, but see, again, because Luka and his penetration as much as you can, so he doesn't get deep within, the range.
Good close out by Beverly. The shot goes halfway down. Willie Cauley-Stein, who's entered the fray, comes in, hands it back off to Doncic. Richardson slithers his way inside and lays it in strong drop.
Before a three-point play shot, and then in transition, not moving fast, but moving fast enough to get past the Clippers defense. Already effective, 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists.
You mentioned fast enough. That was what people were, quote-unquote, concerned about his athleticism before the draft. He has answered all those. And
over by the Clippers.
Leba in the corner, they work it around the bin, back to Richardson, same spot, same result. The Dallas Mavericks brimming with confidence here in the first quarter, 26.
All the tools in his toolbox to be very effective, and I guess pretty good judge of character on that one.
7, 6, and 4 for Doncic so far. He is 2 for 6 from the field. The rest, a lot of threes in the first couple of ball games, 33 to be exact. It's early. They've got work to do, but they've got time to do it. Trey Burke.
Mavericks in the bubble, making the most of it. And the Mavericks
hold on to the ball. This is Paul George, picked up by Burke. He's got the advantage here. Gets to the rim. Zubac flushes it home. The band sings hallelujah.
Basketball and get shots like that. Get back in this game.
Doncic waltzes down the lane and lays it in.
But it's too easy right now for
Mavericks. A year ago did surrender a 20-point lead. Clippers never were able to mount a 20-point comeback last season, although had 4 up by Lou. Barges down the lane, gets right to the rim, lays it in. Luka Doncic now 11 points. 31-11, beg your pardon. The scoreboard inside is inaccurate. The 3. Have won 4 regular season games in a row against the Mavericks. Haven't lost it to Dallas since 2000. 36-11. Back the other way. Zubac flushes it in with a 1:20 to play. Burke lets it roll to half court. A travel, yes. There'll be some time on the clock here for the Clippers to heave it up. I say 0.7 seconds here. Reggie Jackson, part of the Field Goal Savings Club, will let the ball. Rick Brunson, wore a Clipper uniform about 15 years ago. Jones, Clippers 5 for 23. Mavericks 16 of 30. Brunson, transition 15-footer is good. 40. Brunson accelerates, throws it up high for Cully. Finney-Smith back to Cauley-Stein, got away with a walk. No. He did get away with a walk. He throws it down, counted on a foul. Aggressive play, it doesn't fall.
But I like the mindset just to kind of get into the lane.
I think after I messed up that card, you feel Finney-Smith holds the finish. The Mavericks have hit.
No one will believe you talking about the Clippers having 16 points midway through the second quarter.
What a move by Brunson. He leads.
And you can't just put this on.
Tries to get it to Kennard, intercepted by Hardaway Jr. Boy, shot out of a cannon, and then George posting on Richardson, tries to back him down. Fades, fires, and fills it up. His 4th bucket had been 10 of 17 coming into today. Brunson rips the cords on a 3, 5-20.
This is just better offense by Luka. It's a bad shot.
Ibaka does work early and then gets rewarded as he knocks down the shot. 72-25. The city of Los Angeles may not be Dallas. Burke all alone in the corner for 3, makes the Clippers not there. Batum with the rebound, and the Clippers have it with their first possession of the second half. Ibaka to the rim, lays it in, and dating back, Jim, to the second quarter, the Clippers are not.
That we were a part of.
We'll talk about your days in Dallas a little later on. Ibaka, hook shot with right here, and the lead balloons back now, 80-37.
Yeah, on that particular play, the communication again for the Clippers on the pick and roll on the strong side just left Josh Richardson enough time to square it up and take his time.
Ibaka battles for the rebound. Seductive ball fake and lays it in. And the Clippers have scored on every possession.
But the maturity part, and that comes from, playing professionally since he was 14. Give a lot of credit to Donnie Nelson and the Mavericks organization and the scouting department. And look at this here. I mean, just
the injury in that first round. George barges down the lane, creating space for Ibaka for the three. Batum taps it up and in. As Kennard is, and here is Kennard. Man, swooping in, up
there you go,
and in for Terran. Tips and out of bounds of the ball. Crossing blades with Doncic. Feeds to Coffee. Zoo sets a screen that frees Jackson for the three.
How I just came on board with you before I was fighting, but now I figured that was the case.
I love it. Here's Richardson.
Well,
93-50. Doncic gives to Hardaway Jr.
Been the case.
Swing it to Hardaway Jr. for the near Coffee. It is Paulie Stein with the rebound back to Hardaway Jr. Over on the Clippers. Oturu getting his second look. Played in one game earlier. Paulie Stein has been working on that jumper for to Oturu, his teammate in Minnesota. But he has shown aggression. This is Man back the other way. Speaking.
So maybe see the ball go in. See a nice backdoor cut right there and pass by Jalen Brunson. But
in the toolbox, it doesn't fall there. An aggressive play by a fellow rookie in green. Kennard misses the three, wounded to the rim, and lays it in. Good teams that don't make the playoffs. There's going to be some teams that are really good that don't get out.
Where 7 plays 10.
No, it was interesting the way the NBA set that up in the bubble. It was if you're within 4 games at the end of it. It wouldn't be surprising to me if in a year or 2 years late, Man has been aggressive with the ball. You like to see it. The shots have not fallen. Reggie Jackson.
NBA champion.
I'm thinking of Bob McAdoo is the first name that comes to my head. Oturu inside.
He only played 2 games.
Yeah.
Then he got traded to Houston.
Yeah.
So it's one of those trivia things.
With rum and cigars. And I'll tell you why I'm happy. I was just happy you didn't say kale and exercise. Because now I have
another surprising team in the West, kind of that we're looking at. And then a tough Portland team.
Man. Surrounded by green jerseys. Just nothing has fallen today for the Clippers. They opened up the third quarter 3 for 3. That was the longest stretch of offense that we saw. Some of the shots in the first half were open. They just weren't falling down. Days like this happen. 122-73.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds early for the Clippers, offensively and defensively. Now, what about the name Jones?
He can grasp the rim on his tiptoes.
Just the Dallas bench is over there loving it too. Get this one, chalk it up. It'll be a rematch.
There was definite frustration, understandably so, after their loss to the Lakers, where we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, they were outscored from the Phoenix Suns. It's a tough start to the season for the Clippers. They handled it well against the champs, and then the team that knocked them out of the playoffs in the Denver Nuggets, the team they actually beat in the playoffs, had their way with them today.
But it's short-term goals. I think if you're the Clippers, you want to get to the championship, but I think it's winning the regular season, getting home court in the Western Conference, getting home court advantage, kind of those incremental wins that lead you to the ultimate goal of winning a championship.
Nice move by Owundi to not shoot the ball with the sizable lead. The clock will expire. The Mavericks will win for the first time this year. The Clippers fall for the first time this year. Final score.